Good afternoon, I'm Colette Linden.
And I'm Danny Dupuis. Welcome to the special report, PM edition.
PM edition.
I always got to say that, PM.
The Premier will be coming on live with his press release or press conference today with the Minister of Health. We are going to throw to the Premier when we see him. So before he comes on, why don't you update everybody on the weather, Danny?
Absolutely. So for those who are outside right now, you're currently looking at 7 degrees. But moving into this evening, it is going to go to -1 on Friday. Oh, we do have confirmation that the Premier is there, and we're going to go right there.
Break. COVID-19 has presented an extremely serious threat to our healthcare system. If, God forbid, our hospitals had not been overrun by a sudden surge of COVID-19 patients, this pandemic could have very quickly turned into an absolute disaster in our hospitals. And we saw it across the world. We saw healthcare systems crumble in the face of this virus. And we saw the countless lives lost when this happened. Thankfully, thanks to our best efforts and everyone chipping in, this has not happened here in Ontario. But we always knew that the potential for our hospitals to be overwhelmed was very real. So from day one, it was all hands on deck. Our frontline heroes, our hospital and healthcare providers, worked day and night to make sure we had the capacity we needed. And part of that work included the difficult but necessary decision to stop many surgeries and procedures. By pausing these procedures, our healthcare system added over 5,000 acute care beds in an extremely short period of time. This critical capacity has meant we've been prepared for any potential surge in COVID-19 cases. We had to be ready for absolutely anything, and we have been. And our planning has paid off as we work to flatten the curve. As we see the trends improving, we're now looking at starting non-COVID related care again. We've been working with the Chief Medical Officer of Health and our healthcare partners to chart a clear path forward for our hospitals to fully reopen once again. We have developed a framework to restart scheduled surgeries and procedures safely, starting with the most urgent surgeries like cancer and cardiac procedures. And we are giving every hospital the ability to plan around their own unique situation. But I also know that many people are counting on these procedures to resume. Because to someone waiting for a surgery, nothing is more important. This has weighed heavily on all of us. And I want more than anything to get these surgeries and procedures back on track as soon as possible. And today's news is an important step forward. We're telling the hospitals to get ready. We're telling patients to get ready. And we're hopeful many of these scheduled surgeries can start soon. I know the delays have led to anxiety and stress, but I hope today can help ease some concerns. To those waiting, we're here for you. Help is on the way. Thank you, and God bless the people of Ontario. Now I'll turn it over to Minister Elliott.
Thank you, Premier, and good afternoon. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 outbreak, we have at all times prepared for the worst-case scenario. We looked abroad to Italy, Spain, and New York, and knew that if we didn't act decisively, our hospitals could have been quickly overwhelmed. Ensuring our readiness to respond to all scenarios, even the worst, has required tough decisions. No decision was tougher than delaying surgeries, especially cardiac and cancer surgeries. I know this has been very concerning to many people. Doing so, however, ensured our readiness to protect the health and well-being of Ontarians as we planned for a worst-case scenario. Because of the collective efforts of every Ontarian to stop the spread of COVID-19, we are now in a position where we can begin to plan for the gradual resumption of scheduled and elective surgeries and procedures. To do so, Ontario has developed a framework based on the advice and leadership of experts and leading clinicians from across the province in collaboration with Ontario Health. It's designed to help hospitals take an equitable, measured, and responsible approach that prioritizes the health, well-being, and safety of patients and healthcare workers. The timelines for when hospitals will resume surgeries and other procedures will vary as each hospital meets the criteria set out by Ontario Health. This includes the stability of COVID-19 cases, personal protective equipment and supply of medications, and adequate capacity of inpatient and intensive care beds, as well as doctors, nurses, and other personnel needed to perform the surgeries and procedures. These criteria will ensure that hospitals take a measured and responsible approach that allows for more life-saving surgeries while also preserving our continued ability to respond to COVID-19 outbreaks or surges. Because nothing is more important than protecting the health and safety of all Ontarians. Thank you.
We'll go to the phone line for questions. Just a reminder, one question, one follow-up, please. First question.
Your first question comes from Mike Crawley with CBC News. Please go ahead.
Hi, Mike.
Welcome back. That was the Premier once again delivering a great speech to the province.
But we are.
You did get cut off with your weather. Why don't you shine some more light on us?
Yeah,
sun rays.
hopefully the sun stays. That's our only concern. So to go back to our weather, currently it's 7 degrees, and tonight it's going into a low of -1. And I hate to say this on Friday,
Then don't say it,
everyone.
Danny. Don't
I gotta say it. I gotta
Just don't say it. You
Mix
don't have
of
to.
wet flurries on Friday, and it's going to be at 0 with a low of -2. And then Saturday again, a mix of those wet flurries with 1 with a low of -1. And for everyone right now, even into the evening more, it is going to get cooler and cooler and cooler. So
That's
for the
not
next
supposed
week,
to happen.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Sudbury actually got snow today. I'm not sure if anyone is watching from Sudbury, but I'm so sorry you guys got snow.
Well, that's
So sorry. Hey, Chris, what do you got for us?
Well, if it snows on Mother's Day, which is also my 1-year anniversary with my girlfriend,
Oh, congrats.
we will be going back to Miami because she said if it snows on Mother's Day, then
You're gonna have to have mannequin in
yeah.
your
So
place
please
on
don't
Monday.
snow on just snow Saturday and Monday, but just not on Sunday. That'd be
Okay.
fantastic.
Okay, I'll try.
Coming up in my segment today, I'll be talking about meatpacking in this country. I'll also be talking about international students, which is a big thing here with Sioux College and Algoma University here locally. And I'll also be giving some more information about what we know about the outbreak at the Extendicare Maple View home here in the Sioux, which has 3 positive cases of COVID-19 now.
Oh, thanks, Chris, for that update. Hopefully they're doing everything that they can to stay safe. But we are going to turn to a picture right now from Rowan's Independent Grocer. I don't know what they're doing, how they're doing it, but they're doing awesome right now with all their social media posts. And today they posted this recent picture, which I thought was kind of funny. For those who have lost track, today is Blur's Day and the 14th of April.
Hang on, that explains why I've been using these glasses today. It's Blur's Day. Everything is blurry today. I thought it was because of the migraine I suffered from yesterday, the after effects of that.
No, it's just Blur's Day.
But it's Blur's Day.
Makes so much
well,
sense
I
now.
feel much better. I don't feel so old now. My dollar store glasses, if the lens falls out while I'm wearing them, just go with the flow too. Anyway, there was a survey that was taken that's usually done in January, and it's called the Proof Strategies. And they're saying 9 out of 10 Canadians are trusting their doctors more. 8 out of 10 Canadians are trusting scientists. 4 out of 10 are trusting the government, which is actually a great increase from the 2 out of 10 that it was last year. But who didn't fare well in this strategy was in this survey was media. Were media and teachers.
Really?
Yes, apparently we did not fare well with fewer Canadians expressing trust in us. So that kind of hurts the heart, but we'll be right back after this commercial break for more information.
Even though we can't always meet in person, we can still listen.
Even though schools are closed, help is still available in your community.
Even though you may be worried, services and supports are still here.
In stressful times like these, families need mental health supports more than ever.
We are here to make sure you can stay connected to your community and culture.
Nous savons qu'il peut être difficile de rester à la maison, mais vous n'êtes pas seul.
And we know asking for help for yourself and others
can be hard.
But there are people in your community who are ready to support you.
No matter your age, gender, sexual identity, race, or culture.
No matter the day, time, or issue.
We're here to help.
Welcome back. We are going to throw it over to Chris for his update.
Thank you very much. Okay, so in Algoma, it has come out in the last night that there's now 3 positive cases at the Extended Care Mapleview home here in the Soo. They're all asymptomatic, meaning they're not showing symptoms, but they have been isolated because even when you have it without the symptoms, you can still pass it on. Now, the interesting numbers now are coming in from Ontario, and things are starting to go in the right direction. Once again, we are under 400 new cases today at 399. That makes 3 of the last 4 days we've had over less than 400 new cases. Yesterday it popped up to 412, so we are trending in the right direction. Also, deaths are down today, down to 48. They were actually up at 61 yesterday. And also less people are on ventilators as well, which also is a positive sign. Another number that I've been mentioning over the last few days is the percentage of people who have recovered who have been tested positive for COVID-19, and that number continues to go up. It's now 71% of people have recovered who tested positive for COVID-19. That number was at 70% just a couple days ago. So we are trending in the right direction. So as long as we continue to social distance, wear your masks and gloves in public, we should be able to continue to go on the downward trend on the curve so that we can start to really reopen our economy. We're just beginning now to reopen it, but if we continue to do what we're doing, we can head in the right direction. And that's a positive thing. Now, this affects international students negatively. COVID-19 is preventing international students from both entering the country and leaving. So the ones who were here are still stuck here because there's not that many international flights to go back out of the country. The other issue is coming into the country as well for September for new students, and also the students who are coming in April as well. We just had a message on Facebook Live about an international student who's supposed to be coming here to town. I'm not sure if she's going to Sault College or Algoma University, but she was unable to come to start her program in April. Now, international students are a massive business in Canada. They are $21.6 billion into the Canadian economy every year, and international students make up 50% of the total revenue generated for colleges and universities in Ontario. So this is a massive hit to the colleges and universities if we can't replace those students. Now, there is one thing that they can do to help replace that revenue. When unemployment is up, people are more likely to go back to school or retrain for a new job. Colleges and universities, to try and make up that shortfall they're going to have from the international students, because there's just not going to be as many this fall, and they will not be coming from far away places. They'll be coming from closer and possibly Europe and places like that, places that have gotten control of the coronavirus. So hopefully what they can do is retool so that they can have more domestic students in classrooms in September. And also the government could step in here as well and help to retrain more people for jobs that have disappeared, and train them for the jobs of the future. So we'll see what happens there. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Chris. So we got some news for you. Greyhound Canada has stopped its ridership. They're parking the buses because of lack of people going anywhere. Obviously we're staying at home and we're not using. This is not the first time they've had to do it. In 2018, they've also had to announce a canceling of buses just because no one was using them, and it's just costing too much to maybe have one or two people going from Sault Ste. Marie to Hamilton, and it's just not quite worth the money. No. Although that is one brutal trip. I don't know if anybody has had to.
I've done it a few times. It's about a nice 12 hours in the stop in Sudbury.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I did something, not Greyhound, but it's called Megabus, and I did it from Montreal to Toronto.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, that was a long drive, but it's like a double-decker bus too.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Wasn't so mega? It was.
No, it was a mega long trip. That's for sure.
I love the word play.
Yeah, I love it. Talking about mega pain in the butt. Construction time. We announced the other day that there's John Street, Cathcart, there's closures for 16 weeks. I think it's quite a significant amount of time. But the City of Sault Ste. Marie posted a release today to remind drivers, people who are riding your bicycles too, and pedestrians, to be careful when you're going through construction zones. Also, if you're driving through these construction zones and you don't lower your speed, you're going to get a nasty little ticket, possibly some imprisonment, depending on where that's going. And so just want to remind you, when you see a construction site, to slow down.
And make sure, on top of this, people out there, please look both ways. And I'm just not saying that so you don't hit a construction worker. I'm also saying that for those who, are walking or running or biking, when you pull up to a stop sign, make sure you look left, everyone, instead of continuously looking right. There have been a number of times where I've had to knock on people's windows and say, hey, look both ways.
Peekaboo,
so we gotta make
I
sure
see
of that.
you.
Yeah, we gotta make sure of that.
What do you have for Algoma Family Services?
Well, Algoma Family Services, they are doing a number of things right now for Children's Mental Health Week. They had a number of different little events going on. There was the drumming on Monday, and then there was infant mental health on Wednesday. And today they're actually introducing the Sky's the Limit concert with a few individual artists that they'll have. They're going to be live streaming that on their Facebook page tonight at 6, and a link's going to go out. Cool. And then tomorrow they also have Dr. Britannia, who's going to be talking about how to help with social distancing, and if you're struggling with that, like coping mechanisms for all of that. So they got lots going on.
That's great.
We will be back after this commercial.
Welcome back. We are sponsored by Casey Security. Thanks for that sponsorship and keeping the city safe, Dan and all staff and Nathan. Thank you very much. Couple more things that we wanted to talk about. May 2-4 weekend's coming up, which always boggles my mind that it never actually falls on May 2-4. And again, this year's the same thing. I think it's the 18th, I think is the holiday.
Victoria Day, yeah.
But the 24th is a weekend, so they could have, I don't even know why they did that. But anyway, just to remind you, it is cottage time. Cottage country message from the Premier is saying he can't keep you guys in, can't keep us back from going to our cottages or our camps. I'm sorry, in Northern Ontario.
We're Northern Ontario, not Southern.
It is something that's still trying to get used to. So he can't hold back the big gates, is how he phrased it. He's got some great phrases. Anyway, so if you are going to your cottage or your camp, make sure you do your grocery shopping and bring the food with you. You're traveling into smaller cities, rural towns. They have a lot to deal with already. Let's not add some more stress to actually where they live.
And one suggestion too, if you are going to your camps and cottages, maybe instead of buying food there, bring all your food with you so you don't have to leave.
Yeah. Absolutely. So one more quick story about London, Ontario. We've got some researchers in London from Lawson Health Research, which I believe we have some footage on, and we're going to show while I'm saying this, but they, Ontario said they've been able to treat COVID-19 with a specialized dialysis procedure, marking it a global first. So way to go. That puts us, London, Ontario on the map in a very grand way. And I know that there's a lot of places looking for doing some research around it, but way to go to them. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
You had some Alzheimer's information that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, so the Alzheimer's Society is actually hosting a ladies indoor night kind of thing. They're going to be doing that on May 12th, and they will be releasing more information for that to come soon. But we also want to say that the Innovation Center is taking it upon themselves to start doing different web and virtual webinars. In the next upcoming week, they have one for personal branding and online reputation, and as well as family strategies and online safety with digital imaging. So you know what, they're trying to let parents know there's different ways to interact with your kids. You know, there's all these resources right now, and that's what everyone's looking for, is what's out there, what's available to me now.
That's great. We have our hashtag in this together video coming up soon, but before we do that, I just want to throw to Chris one more time, see if you got anything you would like to update the community on, Chris.
Yes, thank you very much, Colette. Tonight, my show on 7, I'm going to be dealing with a lot of different things. I'm going to go in more depth on the education issue, which I just discussed a moment ago. I'm going to be talking CFL, the beef meat packing plants in this country, the blue plates, more on the Algoma and Ontario numbers. Also, who is high risk right now for COVID-19? It's important to find out if you are in any of the high-risk groups, and also be doing a summary as well on all of those different issues on my show tonight at 7 p.m. So see you then.
Awesome.
Thanks, Chris.
We have a couple stories too, but there's a wildfire going on in Florida right now that is just, it's got a lot of people, 1,100 people right now have been evacuated from their homes. That's been going on for a couple days. It's just, see some pictures there, but hundreds of people were told to evacuate this morning in the Florida Panhandle. So the largest wildfire stretched across 2,000 acres in Santa Rosa County. So that's wow. It's awful. We are going to switch gears. We brought out the kit yesterday from Old 55 Tattoos, who is developing these masks, and that awesome pointer toucher.
Oh, the touchless.
I don't know what the exact name of it is, obviously. So yeah,
he's calling it the no-touch door opener and button
there you
handle.
go, the no-touch door opener.
But we do want to say, you know, Josh Smithers, thank you so much for what you're doing to the community. So far, you've delivered 40 of these care packs, and what's really awesome is he's delivering them. He doesn't want anyone coming to shop, and he's just. And I was speaking with our cameraman Aaron, because he knows him very well, and it's just when he was reading the article, he goes, "This is such a Smithers say of, oh yeah, I'll just drive. I got a car, I can deliver." And with that too, Josh has sent over 300 of the ear guards over to Sioux Area Hospital, and he's just continuously making more.
300?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He said that within 3 hours, he can print about 50 of them.
That's great. And he's on a second or third, he's looking for a third 3D printer now,
yeah,
right?
He wants to keep up with the demand and the production. And it's so interesting that it was just a hobby of his that he's turned into this.
Well, let's see this video. I'm dying to see it.
Yeah. And here we go. Hey everyone, I'm here with Josh Smithers from Old 55 Tattoo Company, and you're just doing something so phenomenal for the community right now. Can you give us an idea of where you got this inspiration from?
A friend of mine, actually, Ashley McMillan, who works for the Downtown Association, she sent me a link on Facebook of a person who was making and printing these items for their local hospital. And that inspired me to, with the time I've been given due to Corona's quarantine, to do my part to try and help out.
So Josh, you did explain to us that this is a hobby of yours and you already have 2 3D printers. Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yes, I had 2 already that I was using for hobbies, and so with that I figured I might as well use those to my advantage and do something positive.
So we talked about you potentially getting a 3rd 3D printer. How will that help you if you do achieve that?
I'm trying to look at getting a 3rd one just to be able to keep up with production for the amount that we're trying to give out. Especially with being free, we want everyone to have access to them. So the more we can put out, the more help we can do.
Now, in order for you to fundraise these materials, have you had any generous donors or any contributors?
Yes, so we've gotten a great reception from the public. As soon as people found out what we were trying to do, we've gotten a great number of donations from generous contributors, and They've sent them to our ol55.covidcare@gmail.com email address, which is the same address that you can order your package through. And we take that and turn it into orders for filament, other supplies that we use, gloves, bagging, packaging, sanitation, and those things to be able to put the package out.
Josh, could you just explain to us what's in these packages? I know you have 2 right now, and they're just so creative and filled with so much. Can you elaborate what's in them?
So in the package, you get 3 3D printed items, all of which are sanitizable and wipeable and reusable. So you get a door grip. It allows you to open doors, press buttons on ATMs, on debit machines, elevators, things of that nature. Just helps you to keep your hands from having to touch so many things. You also get the frame for a mask. So you do put the mask together yourself. You can use whatever materials you have at home. So it is just the wired frame. And we also give you a ear guard that holds the straps behind your ears and helps keep that pressure off, especially for doctors and people who have to wear them for very long periods of time. It allows them a little bit of breathing room on their ears because it gets rather sore.
And in creating this initiative that you have, is there anything else that you'd like to share with the community?
I just want everybody to kind of be patient with each other, help each other out. That's what it is. During times like this, it is community. It is us coming together. Just be patient and check in on one another. Another thing is be mindful that during times like this, it might be boring and lonesome and stuff, but there are reasons that we're doing what we're doing. Please, I ask the community not to get tattooed during this time. Please, just don't do it. Wait. We're all patiently waiting for everyone, and we'll be here when the quarantine is lifted. Please wait. Be safe. Take care of yourself.
Hello.
That was a great video, and congratulations to Josh just for this amazing what he's doing and producing so many and delivering them and out of his own pocket.
And when he delivers them too, he doesn't go to them personally. He just puts them in a mailbox, says, hey, I'm on my way. Hey, it's here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to switch to entertainment. We've added a new segment, entertainment. We're starting with Tom Cruise. So yes, he's a Scientologist, and now he's doing a movie with regards to science and NASA, and he will be going up and away. He's actually going to be heading off to space, and he's doing this in conjunction with Elon Musk. So he's been in the news lately too, Mr. Elon Musk, and that's with regards to his new baby boy. Well, we think it's a boy.
We're not sure.
We're not sure.
Or female.
The name of this baby is X-AE-A12.
Like Xavier?
Well, that just rolls off the tongue so easily.
Yeah, so AE is Latin for hash, so it's pronounced like food, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, they don't know if he's joking, they don't know if the baby's name's X, and they don't know if the baby's Xavier. So that brought us to Googling other celebrities' weird baby names, and we've come up with a few. So we know this one, Gwyneth Paltrow named her kid Apple. Okay, that's crazy, but who the child of actress Kate Winslet, well, again, I don't know if this is a boy or a girl, Bear Blaze. Okay, and Rumi and Sir belong to, and Blue Ivy belong to Jay-Z. What do you have?
I have from Mike Myers and Kelly Tisdale. They have Sunday Molly. That's, I believe, daughter's name. Okay. And come on, we all know this one. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of her name right now. Her daughter's name's Stormy.
Stormy. Is she?
Oh, Kylie Jenner. I don't know why.
Oh, well, her brother named their kid Dream. So
that
they're both dreamy and stormy, I guess. Who knows? Egypt and Genesis, they belong to Alicia Keys. How about this? Fuchsia.
I was just going to say that.
Sting is a hot commodity here, and he named his kid Fuchsia. And we've got Indio, Exton, and Avery, because that's actors of Robert Downey Jr., and I love him. Anyways, one to end off is Rob Morrow, M-O-R-O-W, named their kid Two for tomorrow. Terrible.
And we will see you tomorrow.
But we will see you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday evening.